Coming in at number 17 on our Locked On Senators NHL draft rankings, first of two prospects remaining from the Seattle Thunderbirds, it's Braeden Cootes.
Whew, this is an exciting player, Ross. I love watching highlights of Braeden Cootes. He was the captain of the Seattle Thunderbirds this season in 60 games, 26 goals, 37 assists, good for 63 points, above point per game, finished a +5. Playoffs kept it rolling too. 6 games, 8 points. And then Ross, most impressively, again, captain of Team Canada U18s in 7 games, putting up 6 goals, 6 assists, 12 points in 7 games. This guy's got a lot of talent, and he displayed that talent on a weaker Seattle team. That's definitely fair to say. They were the only team to make the WHL playoffs with a record less than 500. He finished with 63 points, led the Thunderbirds in points. Next highest points was 60. Those are low point totals to be leading WHL playoff teams. But don't take it away from his ability. There's so much to like when it comes to Braeden Cootes.
The way he creates on the ice is special. Corey Pronman, the highest on him, 14th overall. McKeen's at 17. Elite prospects at 16. And then we've got Locked On NHL prospects at 18. Craig Button at 18. Bob McKenzie's midterms was 22. Scott Wheeler at 23. Braeden Cootes is 6 feet tall, 186 pounds, was born in February. He is a right shot centerman that I believe will be a centerman at the NHL level. If you think he's more of a winger, sure, but I am all in on him being a middle six centerman that can play a more up-tempo offensive style of game, but can forecheck like a third liner. He is relentless in creating loose pucks off the forecheck, and I just think that his tenacity, his compete level, as well as having the skill that he does, I think he's going to be a steal if he gets to even close to where we have him at 17.
Agreed. Yeah, I don't think he's going to get past probably even 15. So it's highly unlikely he's going to be there for the Sens at 21. EP calls him a one-man forecheck, which you kind of touched on. The elite forechecking is huge. He's got a really good defensive game as well. EP referred to him as primarily a playmaker, but don't get it twisted. This guy's got a wicked shot and can score from range as well. He's got confidence to deke right through defenders. Wheeler calls him a strong skater that plays with energy and detail. He kills penalties. He can be a lethal goal scorer on the power play. Like, what more do you want from this guy? I don't know.
I don't think there's a whole lot you can ask for more than that. The industry chatter section on EP, one NHL scout kind of summed it up perfectly. His skills elite. He's a strong skater. He wears the C, and he brings it every game. He just makes the game harder than it needs to be, though. He's probably going to be a checker despite his size just because he doesn't have much feel for the game. Interesting second half there. Another NHL scout saying that every time you watch him, he looks nasty in a good way. Motor sense, skill, could be a mid to late first round pick. High drive, Swiss Army knife, plays fast and plays in any situation. So I like that the write-up for him says that he's got high probability, which scouts love, the certainty of being a third line defensively responsible forward. Yep. But then he also has the upside that if he develops properly, you're looking at a top 6 centerman with dynamic ability as an offensive player. So to me, you're getting a bit of the best of both worlds with Braeden Cootes. And I think that, yeah, if I'm drafting, we haven't done the top 16 yet, but if I'm drafting at 12, 13, 14, he's a guy who I'd be really taking a hard look at to think this guy could really help us and probably take up a middle 6 center role for years to come.
Yeah, I view him more as a third line center on a good team, Ross, but I think he's got the upside and potential to be a middle 6 guy. Like, I imagine if this guy is available in the teams, anywhere in the teams, and you're a team's war room, the scouting room, I think I'd be sitting there and being like, okay, who has any reason why we shouldn't draft Braeden Cootes? Like, let's move this conversation along. We all know he's got so many different talents and skills, leadership qualities, puts up points, is a hard forechecker, good defender, all those things. So what reason can anyone give me not to draft Braeden Cootes? And I don't think a lot of people would be banging the table when it comes to that question.
Well, because he's 5'11.25. We rounded him up to 6 feet, but under 6 feet, you're swiping left sometimes.
Yeah, no, and that's fair. But I think some teams really prioritize height, but there are other important aspects to prospects and developing rather than just how tall you are when you're 17 years old.
Do you think the Pittsburgh could be interested in him at 11? Like, I know that's a little high, but
that's probably a little high, but I don't think it's that crazy.
Well, if you like Shane Pinto, I know he's a bit taller, and Trent Mann certainly did. Trent Mann's running the table for the Penguins. I don't know. I wouldn't hate Braeden Cootes.
Yep, I see that, Ross. I wouldn't hate Braeden Cootes either. I've got him at 4.5 stars as well. The size would be the one thing. You nailed it there, Ross. But it's not like he's not like your 5'7" Cameron Schmitz, where it's like, okay, size is legit a thing here. Like I think he's gonna be fine. And keep in mind, he played on a weaker Seattle Thunderbirds team. We saw what he could do when he played up with more elite talent in the U18s on Team Canada. So get this guy in a system where you've got some elite players for him to play with. I think you can have the makings of a really good player here. I would be stoked. I don't think it's going to happen, but I would be stoked if he gets to 21 and the Ottawa Senators had a chance to draft him.
Bring Braeden Cootes to Ottawa, please.
I'm down.
Braeden Cootes coming in with an average ranking of 18.29, good for 17th on our Locked On Senators NHL draft rankings. You can find each of our 50 prospect profiles available on YouTube.